Is Hot Girl Summer still happening this year?
How many carbs are in a White Claw?
If I squat every day, will I get a dump truck?
I'm Shay.
I'm Leah.
We are Two-Tone Training.
You're listening to Don't Tone Alone.
On a mission to change lives. I'll say it one more time. On a mission to change lives. That is in the Instagram bio of our special guest this evening. We've got Alyssa Panozzi in the house, trainer, director of Revved Cycling. What up, girl?
What up? Thanks for having me. I'm so pumped to be here.
So pumped to be here. It's funny.
Pleasure.
We live in the same city, but I see you mostly on TikTok.
Oh, I never see you, but I see you both on TikTok and Instagram frequently.
Definitely.
Daily.
But that's the best part about social media. You feel like you stay in touch.
Exactly. That's what it's for.
Right.
Social.
I know. I'm like, when I'm not seeing you in person at an event, I'm watching your arm moves, your upper body
The arm
days.
challenge.
Like the circles front, the punches. I feel like my toned arms, thanks to Alyssa.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
You're so welcome.
So you are a woman of many talents. You also have a counterpart, Mike on a bike.
I sure do.
A man, a hubby of many talents as well.
Do you call him Mike on a bike?
Sometimes I do.
Mike on a bike.
I made that for him.
Did you?
His
So
Instagram was
clever.
something very bizarre. It was like Barbarossa 83 or something.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I don't know. So obviously
no.
I
Canceled.
very good at branding
Yeah.
people and things. And I was like, bro, this does what is
What
this?
are
It's
you
not
doing?
even Mike. It doesn't make sense. So we came up with Mike on a bike that was taken. I don't even know who it actually is. Nobody as cool as him. But then, yeah, we came up with it also was like the Mike on a bike. So it's even more powerful than just Mike on a
Now I'm like kind of curious to look
Yeah.
up like Mike on
Who
a bike.
Mike
like,
on a
who
bike
it
is.
Is he
Look it
as cool?
bike. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I mean, it's
He's definitely
impossible.
not impossible, but
That's so
not
funny
like
that
Panozzi.
She's like maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I know him better than most, but
with the social media handles, you have to add in like all these
the other
characters.
Mike on a bike is private.
The nerve.
And I don't even see a bike in his profile picture, so I just feel like he
it could-
doesn't earn it.
It could no.
I feel like I've
No.
like pictured this guy's whole life. Like he just goes on like leisurely bike rides from time to
I
time.
bet he might be a little bit older, more
Yeah.
of like a road biker.
Oh my
not
God,
a
you guys didn't even
fitness
see his
instructor.
picture, but like that's totally his bio.
Really?
Just like casual leisurely.
Yeah.
Is what is his vibe.
Okay. Well,
Wow,
enough
just
about
something. Yeah,
enough
anyways.
about Mike and back to you. Talk us through. I know we were talking about before this. You said people see you on your bike on Instagram and they think just trainer, just cycle instructor, but you're so much more than that. You're the director of Rev Cycling. So what's a day in the life?
So I'm the director of talent, which is, I mean,
Okay. I mean,
I am a director.
yeah.
The director of
that.
talent. So a day in the life, it's a very loaded question because they're all very different. I'm sure you both understand. It's when you work in this world, it's no day is the same. So, but my title as director of talent is I am in charge of taking care of / making all 60 plus of our trainers feel supported. So yes, I love them all.
That's a big job.
They're all incredible. It's a big job, but it's a lot of fun because it's managing personalities. It's figuring out how to talk to each one. It's their schedules. It's what do you need? What can I do for you? How can I make sure that you feel supported in what we're doing every single day? And like I said, it's constantly growing. When I started as a trainer at Rev, there were maybe 5 of us. And now we just hired like 57 and 58 this week. So
That's incredible. And how many of them, I just out of curiosity, are full time?
So there are 4 of us that are full-time instructors and managers, meaning we have another job at Rev besides just training. And there
Okay.
are 2 full-time trainers that all they do is teach spin.
Wow.
Spin.
Yeah.
So when you are a full time instructor, how many classes a day is that?
You have classes a day.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both very ambitious. So the 2 that we have are upwards of 5 a day. For me, I don't teach more than 3 in one day. It's a lot.
That's a lot on your body.
It is.
And Lee and I, like, we've tried spin before, and I'm not gonna lie, like, it definitely is not.
I'm doing it wrong. I'm
You
convinced
have
I'm
to-
doing
you
it
have
wrong.
You have to come back.
I can't catch the beat.
But how am I I know how to ride a bike. Like, how do I possibly feel like I'm doing it so wrong? Like, what's the secret ingredient, Plankton?
So, first of all, come to my session.
Okay.
I can almost promise that you will like it just because the way that we train at Revved is very different. So we call it training, right? We call people athletes because it's a team sport and it's a very athletic ride. So for two people that are very into training, and cross training is my thing. I mean, if I'm being very honest, if I had to pick cardio or like weight training for the rest of my life, I would absolutely pick weight training. You have to do both.
Right.
But you're definitely not bad at it. A lot of people think that spin is a certain exercise, and the way that spin is portrayed in the media and the way that, I mean, I don't know much about other studios, but from people that come to Revved and they're like, oh, I thought spin was something completely different. If you like music, if you like loud music, if you like feeling like you just kicked ass in a workout, then you'll enjoy it.
So how do you feel like
Like a moment of silence.
No, yeah, I was just taking it all in and just really picturing myself
she was like,
on the revved bike, owning it. How do you think revved differs from the other big cycle studios out there?
It's a great question. So, like I said, I don't know much about other studios. I am Revved born and raised. I had never taught group fitness before I went to Revved. And what I love about Revved is the athleticism of the ride. Okay. We've kind of determined that the people that train there are the ones that want more for themselves. So are looking for something, and then they kind of learn that about themselves, leave, take those life lessons on with their day, come back. Like that's that ongoing active training because there's always something to get better. And the team of people, it's incredible. You see people that look like my mom who used to come all the time, and then the diversity is incredible between age and races and genders and everything. I just had a TikTok actually themed session. It was great. It's TikTok Tuesday, so I'm coming straight from there.
I love that. The branding there.
Yeah, not to date whenever this is, but this is a Tuesday. And I looked around and I was like, this is incredible because there are all different races and ages and people in this room right now, but we're all a team right here working together towards something. I even said, I was like, you might not know everybody in this room, but it's also very challenging. So I would say that's what sets us apart.
Yeah, no, I love that, especially being like a former athlete. I love that team camaraderie and working towards a common goal. It just fires me up.
I mean, and that's something different about spin too. I feel like we're so used to teaching like the functional training, which you can obviously do at any level, but I think spin especially, it's like a cardio that I think a ton of age groups tend to gravitate towards because it's not that like high impact running.
Exactly, and it's not as bad on your knees. It is low impact, so it's not so bad on your body. I'm not going to say that our sessions are easy by any means or slow paced, but you also can get better at it. So I was an athlete too, and just never I played club volleyball in college, and that was as far as I got. But being a part of a team and also getting better at something, and it's how I feel with weights. You can always go up in weight. With spin, you can, maybe you don't catch the tempo the first time, but the second time you're like, okay, I know what to expect. Maybe I can catch the slower one and then the faster ones, and by the end you're hitting everything and you're like, oh, okay. There's always something to work towards and get better. Like I'll never master.
Right. I think Shay and I were talking about this the other day. We're like, you need to have a hobby, whatever it is. Like it can't just be work. You need to have something outside of what you're doing where you feel like you're getting better at something every day. And if that's, what did we say? Polishing silverware.
I don't know why that came to
you
mind
said
last
polishing
time.
silverware. It was weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a weird hobby.
It was a weird hobby, but I was on board with the message.
Right, just like the full commit to something else.
Right.
Yeah.
So your full commit to something else, I'm just going to name it for you, is TikTok. Like your outside hobby.
That is so if you're saying it needs to be something outside of work.
Okay, so that does kind of tie into work.
It really does, because it's my whole side career, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it feels more like a job to me than anything fun. Not that I don't have fun doing it, but that's probably not my disconnect from the work world hobby.
That's kind of what we say too. Like people are like, you got to enjoy it. And we're like, yes, we do enjoy it, but it definitely is not, I wouldn't count it as free time. Like if we recorded TikToks all day Saturday, I'm
That's
like,
not free. That's working.
yeah, I'm like, we did work all day Saturday.
Yeah. You, David. Yeah, that was work.
Yeah.
How many takes out of the bed with the
David.
By the end, I literally was like, don't talk to me.
I literally couldn't sleep that night because David was just running through my head.
It's
It was
hard. It's
aggressive.
hard.
It is hard. And like
Yeah.
you're always just like on. And then that's why I have trouble sleeping. Like I'll say it. I just like cannot turn off at night because you're so overstimulated all the time.
You need Beam Dream. See what I did there?
Plug it.
We should be getting some kind of money for that.
Yeah.
Shut up, Beam.
It's my new favorite.
But I want to dive a little bit deeper into your TikTok
Yeah.
world because you do challenges. That's kind of your thing. So what goes into making a challenge? How do you come up with the challenges? Like,
Another great question. So it's funny. I just had a meeting with someone that I'm kind of like hiring a team of people around me, which it's really exciting. It's really cool. And it also sounds so crazy to say because I never thought that I'd be here. But anyways, I was telling her how I got into TikTok, and it was obviously like many during quarantine, and I was bored and went in my garage and made a TikTok. And that was in May. One TikTok, couple more. Looking back, they're ridiculous. They're embarrassing. And in August, a random follower of mine said, hey, can you do a challenge, a fitness challenge? And I was like, sure. So I went out in my backyard. I decided to do, this is going to sound, well,
I'm nervous.
something that was easy for me to do and keep up with based on my busy schedule. Let's say it like that.
Okay.
So I decided to do one move a day.
Yeah.
I think I did jumping jacks, like 2 jumping jacks to 2 jump squats for my first one.
Yeah. Cool.
And I decided every day I'm just going to post one move. You just have to do that one move. And that's the challenge, honestly, just to make it easy for myself.
Yeah.
And it took off. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. So I think by the end of the first one, I had maybe like 30 or 40,000 followers. And they were like, okay, so what's next? So I was like, oh no, like I have to keep this up. So it's honestly super simple. I just pick a body part and I do a 30-day challenge, and I pick one move a day and I film it in my kitchen or outside if it's the summertime and rally people around me.
I love that.
I feel like some people like overcomplicate TikTok, and like we've done it too. We're very guilty of it, like trying to do like the crazy transitions, and you see some of these people and you're just like, or these wild moves, like,
and
people,
then it never gets posted because it just takes too long, and then you go to edit it and you're like, ugh, this is a lot.
then people are looking at that and they're like, okay, that's cool, it's visually stimulating, but like that's so unrealistic.
Yeah. Well, there's so many different parts of it too. So I work with TikTok. I'm like officially a TikTok partner. So every month we have Zooms where the TikTok executives basically tell us what to do, and it's awesome. And there's like, have you heard of Discord? It's an app.
No.
So it's a group texting app, but like you can't possibly text 100 people. So it's all creators from all of TikTok that are part of this program. So we're always chatting, and everyone just has such a different niche. Like when I put effort into like the filming process of it, it doesn't get any views because people are literally looking for me just to tap my hands together in my kitchen. Yeah. So if you go in and you're like, I'm going to be that person that does all the fancy videos and spend the time with the editing and the transitions, then yes, you might catch some people's eye, but it just depends what you go in for. So you're right. You don't have to overly complicate it. You just have to do whatever you're going to do and stick with it. Like I tell so many people, they try for 2 months, it doesn't take off, and then they're like, okay, I'm done. I'm like, you'd never know that one video that might just take off and literally change your entire life.
And then you just got to lean into it.
That's it.
Wait, so now I got to know, now that you have the inside scoop, like, so give us an idea of like, so this month you meet with TikTok. What are they saying?
They'll basically let us know what things are trending, what things to look out for. We get the first access to new features of TikTok, which is really cool. So they just launched stories. I don't know if you've seen them at all, but
I've seen your stories.
Yeah, it's just another thing to add to the list of content I need to put out.
She's like, more shit to do. Great.
Yeah, it's a lot, but that's there's a lot of people on TikTok don't use Instagram. Like Instagram for me is my in real life people. TikTok, I don't know many in real life people. It's more just like people from around.
Yeah.
So it's mainly just connections, and they put together these awesome PowerPoints of like, here's what to look out for. Here are the videos that are done well. Here's what you can do. Here's some seminars on ways to get better. It's really cool. It's one of those things, if you dive in, you can learn a lot. If you just kind of show up, then it's not going to do much for you.
Right.
Interesting. Who knew you had to like study? I mean, I did, but like study
I'm sure you knew
TikTok.
that.
Right.
I know. It's like
It's a full-time job being a content creator. Yeah. People don't realize that.
It is. And there's everyone in my network of creators that I talk to. It's all of their full-time job.
Yeah.
And I was part of this program of Black creatives in last February to May. And that's how I kind of started this whole thing. And a lot of them now are literally have signed record deals with people. They're in commercials. I saw one just went to the White House. Like, it's amazing. And it's a new way of the world. It's like,
Do you want to do it full time?
I will never do it full time because I will never leave Revved. But
My casket will be
below
bike number 5.
Literally. No, the potential at Revved is just like, we're not stopping. So I know that it's my forever career.
Yeah.
I'm kind of am doing it full time. Like, the income from it is full time.
Okay.
Like, I have a lot of deliverables that I have to get done and brand deals, and it's only going to keep growing, but I think it's something I can simultaneously do because they go hand in hand.
Right. That's nice when it does work together.
It becomes more of like a lifestyle, if you will.
Exactly.
You will. Not a job, but a lifestyle.
But a lifestyle.
Sure.
Wait, okay, but so Mike on a Bike does it full time now too, revved. Is that right?
Yes. Something like that.
Something like that. Okay, let's peel back the layers.
I feel like we're literally like the PR secret of the last like 2 months. Everyone's like, where Mike left school, where is he going? Someone's like, oh, I heard he got a job at Roan. Like, he did not get a job at Roan. He's an ambassador for Roan. Someone else was like, yeah, I heard he's starting like Mike Panozzi Fitness and doing personal training. I'm like,
I'm gonna start spreading more. What else?
Yeah. What other rumors can we spread? What else? Mike on a Bike found the other Mike on a Bike, and they ran away together.
I don't like that one.
They wouldn't run away together, Leah. They would bike away.
Missed that.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Yes. No, he is going to be more involved at Revved. I'm assuming he will announce his future plans soon. I'm waiting for it.
You're like, can you,
Contracts
babe,
are
can you
signed.
please like cough up the tea?
like,
He
I'm
doesn't even
tired
tell
of it.
you.
No, I'm like, because I'm so involved in the business side, we keep that out. I mean, yes, he's coming to work at Revved.
Okay,
soon.
wait, now we have to take it like way back. Like, when did you meet him? Did you see him
tell
riding
us
on
the
a bike?
story.
This is a good story. So everyone thinks we met at Revved. We met on Tinder.
Yes. Do you remember like what picture you swiped on?
I sure do, because I have it saved. Not my type at all.
So what made you swipe?
This will be good to see if he actually listens / watches this.
Okay.
Because he will comment on this part of it.
Right.
My type was just not him. Like, he literally in one of his pictures,
Just not him. Not my
not that he was. His profile was something like taller than your ex, and I'm like, nope, you're actually not. And then
false.
it said his height, and then it was like, I will teach you how to Dougie, and I was like, oh, okay.
No.
Not,
So why did you swipe?
I don't know. I don't know.
There was some energy.
There was something, yeah. So anyways, met on Tinder. He took me to the Red Sox game for our first date.
Wow.
It was a good first date.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very nice. He did not tell me that he lived in Connecticut at the time. So he was from Providence, and he was home for the summer. So he kind of tricked me. And I literally was like, I'm marrying this guy after our first date. And I knew it. And then we left. Why? I don't know. He was 6 years younger than me. Not my type.
No way.
Has a tattoo down his arm that says cowboy. I hate that.
I hate everything about him, but he's the one.
I hate country music. My friends were like, why are you even going to give him a try? He's like a young child. Like, he was 23 at the time. I was 29. Like, that's a very large difference in where you are in life.
Yeah. Especially with the male being younger.
Right.
They're already
100%.
like, I'm sorry, just sometimes like you're the same age and you're like, are you?
Are
this
you?
age?
Yeah,
He
no.
was so much more mature than I was at that time. So he said, okay, I am going back to Connecticut. And I was like, huh? What do you mean? You live in Providence. And it's crazy because we met on a Sunday, and the following Wednesday I had my audition at Rev to be a spin instructor. So it was like everything kind of fell into place at once. But because he lived in Connecticut, every single Friday night he drove from Connecticut to Boston, 3 to 4 hours in traffic, came to my parents' house. I was living at home, spent the whole weekend with me driving around to my spin classes. And I went there once in a year, to Connecticut once.
Just because you were so big.
I was accepted into being an instructor at revved, and they gave me weekend classes, and I was a yes person. I was like, you're going to give me weekend? Yep. Like, I'm fully committed to this. I'm not going to go visit you in Connecticut. So I don't know why he stayed with me. I'm very thankful he did, but every weekend, like, we didn't do anything, but he just came to my classes. That was it.
Well, I just want to like pause right here and give you kudos, because I feel like so often like people get so caught up in love and like the romance of it all, and then they like give up parts of themselves.
Yes.
And you stay true to who you are, and that's why you guys are still together.
Thank you. I feel like also he started getting really good, and the owner, Megan, was like, hey, would you ever think about teaching yourself? And he was like, sure. So then it became this thing that we do together. So it's really fun, but I don't think it would have worked either for Revved or for Mike if it didn't both start at the same time, because it's not easy. You guys know working in fitness is not easy. It's weird hours. It's lots of training. It's lots of emotions. It's just a lot. So he understands me on all levels, right? Because he knows what it's like to also be a trainer. Also understands, like, I kind of manage him a little bit because he's one of my talent. So
oh my God,
it works because we've just been on this whole journey. Like, he didn't come to my audition because he lived in Connecticut, but he was there for it. So yeah. Then I was like, all right, I'm old. Like, let's get married. Let's go.
Did he propose you in a Revved class?
No. No offense to if anyone has that plans, but no.
You're like, I spent my whole life.
I was wearing a Revved t-shirt,
obviously,
because I was coming from a class.
Because live, love, Revved.
Because live, love, Revved.
Yeah.
Rev forever. He just proposed in our kitchen.
Oh.
And then had like a big surprise party planned, and my sister flew in from California. He did a good job. It seems like that was so long ago.
I know. So
almost 5 years ago.
Yeah. So since then, your mom.
I am.
Your mom.
Yes, I am.
She's
the best.
Yeah. What's your little girl's name?
Parker.
I love that name.
I love her so much.
Oh my God. I'm just sorry. Like, my best friend is like, I'm naming my kid Parker, no matter what, matter what gender. Parker. So Lizzie.
I love that.
I found another Parker.
I want to name my kid Parker.
You should. They turn out really well.
Yeah,
she's awesome.
That's like must be hard to balance though, as far as
I'm confused on where. When do you sleep?
I actually sleep. Well, I don't sleep that much. I prioritize sleep.
Good.
I saw an amazing meme the other day that actually my friend Callan sent to me, and it was talking about balance versus presence. And it sat with me more than anything I've actually ever seen, especially recently, because if we're talking about work-life balance, I don't have any. Like, my whole life is work. Having a daughter is very challenging, also the best thing in the world. And what I'm working on is being present, right? So I'm here. I'm present. I'm excited. I'm not thinking about her. I'm not thinking about work. I'm like, I want to be here. So when I'm with her, I'm working really hard on staying off TikTok and not answering emails and taking that time with her to be like, I am here. I'm your mom. She now, when I leave the house, she's like, are you going to Burlington Revved or Dedham Revved or Copley Revved? Like, it's so
God. Parker, smart girl.
She's very smart. She has, in her little office, she calls it, she goes to work.
She's a boss babe.
She is.
She'll be a CEO.
She is. Yeah. But it's cool because my mom worked. I mean, she's still working. Like, I always saw that as an example of what I wanted to follow. And I always think back, like, I don't know if I saw my mom every day. I don't know if I saw her at night when I was growing up. I don't know if I saw her on the weekends. I don't remember anything except that we have a really strong relationship now. And I know how much she supports me, and everything that she's done is done for me. So do I see her as much as I would like to? No, but I'm grinding away for what I would consider as 100% for her and her future. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
the hustle.
That's amazing.
It's a lot.
Yeah. No, it's hard. And I mean, obviously Shay and I don't have children.
Yeah, no, I don't even know. I want a dog, and Leah's like, you don't even have time for a dog.
Yeah.
Those
But
are challenging too.
no, but I've heard from like other parents just saying like it's so hard, like being pulled in so many directions and not feeling like you're present enough. But like, it's good that you have that mindset of like you're doing it for her.
Yeah, and you have to, because you could beat yourself up. Like, mom guilt is real,
Yeah.
parent guilt is real. I was saying to the girl I was talking with earlier, like, even the way that I brand myself to some people is less mom, and I realize it's because I'm me. Like, she's a little extension of me. She's like my little sidekick.
Of course,
like, she's so great. Mike and I made the decision to not change our lives, just to let her be a part of it. And I think a lot of people, not to knock any other mothers or shame anybody, but a lot of people lose their identity and they become just a different person than they were before kids. And we always said, nope, obviously we change a very different person than I was before.
Right.
But like I said, she's just our little partner in crime. And we're like, yo, like, your life is about to be so great.
I think that's really interesting too, because I feel like right now, especially in the content creation world, right? They like, like being a mom, and like you give your like daughter these like smoothies, and like now to see the aesthetic, the mom aesthetic, and like.
But you're picturing exactly what I'm picturing when you even said like what you just said.
Yeah,
we're all probably picturing the same thing,
Instagram
and
feed.
that's not me,
right?
And I don't want that to be me,
right?
But I also fully support anyone that wants to, like, you can brand yourself however you want to. Just Good Morning America referred to me as a mom, and then the news was like a local mom was on Good Morning America, and I was like, I like didn't know it was me. I was like, I'm not a local mom.
Are you talking about me?
I am a mother and I live locally, but like, please don't call me a local mom. That is not to shame on anyone that would like
do you
to
know
be
what I think?
called a
I think
local
about
mom.
like the parent teacher club, like the club, you know, like the running club. I just think of like the parents. I don't know, for any local school, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I would love to be at like the PTA or something.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why I couldn't think of it.
The parent, I would love to be on the board of her school. Like,
You don't have time.
yeah, not right now. But I think about that. Mike and I are like, okay, at some point we're gonna have to figure out, like, she's gonna want to do sport. I mean, if she wants to do sports on the weekends, she's
gonna do sports. She's gonna do spins.
She's gonna spend on the weekends. Like, whatever she wants to do. Like, we work a lot of the weekend. So again, I'm focused on when I'm done with my classes for the day, I'm present with her for the rest. So like, we'll find a soccer league that practices in the afternoon, or like I'll give up a session to be with her. Like, she's getting old enough now to know when I'm home and when I'm not.
Right.
So I'm just trying to shift my focus a little bit.
Do you feel any pressure like from the industry as far as just like being a mom and like, I don't know, after like going through pregnancy, just like on your body or on your lifestyle? Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah. I mean, I had a conversation with somebody else earlier today about how there's a few emerging mothers in the spin industry, but I think Revved was almost the first place to have like mothers that taught spin, or one of them that I look up to a lot. Brittany and Megan, who were, if you follow them, they're both trainers at Revved. Megan's the one I mentioned before, she owns it, but they both were mothers before me. Another girl, Kaylin, too. And I watched them change into a different person, but also just be themselves, like I said. So would I be lying if I said I didn't hate my body after I had Parker? Yes. Like, everyone's like, love your body. You don't need to bounce back. I'm like, no, I want to. And that's actually okay too.
Yeah.
And then I have people that are 6 weeks postpartum crushing spin classes again. And like, that's okay. If it's safe and that's what you want to do. I believe there's so much out there of like, it's just whatever works for you. And being in fitness, like, you guys know, my body is my resume basically. And do I think that needs to look a certain way? No. Do I need to be healthy and fit? Yes. Like, that looks different on all three of us. So that's the thing. It's like, there's a lot out there that just talks about like postpartum and what you need to do. And I think you just need to be healthy and safe and do what works for you. And I also just missed, like, if I'm being honest, the thought of getting pregnant again. I would like to perhaps someday, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel about being pregnant. Like, I'm like, I want a family, but I don't know. Like, just the thought of like being pregnant, I don't know. I just already know I'm gonna be the most miserable person ever.
Yeah, it's like when you're so used to using your body and you can't. Like, I spun up until the day I ended up in the hospital because she came early. I didn't know that I was supposed to.
Yeah.
Like, I had a class scheduled that night, so I would have kept going.
Yeah,
but your body's different, and then after is even different, and I had a emergency C-section, so I couldn't like do a crunch for 6 months, and it just
man,
it was awful, but fine. So yes, it was very different, but I also came out like, oh no, I'm much stronger because of all of that.
Right.
I mean, look at you now.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, what the heck? Like, so strong.
I
So
feel the
walk
same
us
about
through.
you guys.
But walk us through. I guess you talked a little bit about like strength training and doing spin and cardio.
Yeah.
Like, what does an average week of workouts look like?
So as of right now, let's see. I'll try to keep it simple. I try to do core, 10 minutes of core every day. That's my new thing. Mainly because I feel so much stronger on the bike with a stronger core.
Yeah.
So I'm not like trying to like get a 6-pack or whatever. If it comes, great.
Won't chew it out of bed, you know?
If like abs want to pop out, that would be wonderful. Monday morning, this is like not my training spin schedule out.
Okay.
Mondays I lift arms.
Okay.
Tuesdays I do functional fitness cross training. Thursdays I do a similar like different body part. And then one other like this is sounding so silly because it's making sense in my head, but I can't.
Like, I try, if you will.
I try to lift 3 times a week.
Okay.
Outside of my 15 classes a week.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm finding is a sweet spot too. I think before, even like last summer, I feel like I was like killing myself to get in the workout every single day.
Right.
I was training as if I didn't teach. And I was like, this is so unrealistic. And I really do try to do like at least 85% of the class, like 80% of the class with them and like lifting weights. So I'm like, this is so unsustainable. By Sunday, like I couldn't move every Sunday. And I'm like, this is not healthy.
Yeah, I've learned the balance, and I'm not doing anything when I'm training spin. And I also like my focus is on them, so the class is not about me. So I'm not going 110% unless I'm trying to like motivate them to go harder. Yeah. So, but like I said, strength cross training is so important, and I think a bit of what Mike's new job might potentially be is helping all of our trainers understand that, because you will spin yourself to the ground. And I'm the first person to say, please come to Revved every single day, come train, come spin, do what you got to do. But you also need to take care of yourself because.
Okay, now we got to ask though, like obviously you have those members that take it, or like do people take like 10 classes a day? Like we
see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and you're like, I'm taking away your spin shoes, Sammy.
Definitely. I mean, that was me. Like that was me. I used to come probably 3 or 4 times a day before I was teaching. But yeah, there are people that spin a lot, but it's also healthy to do. I just wouldn't double every single day, and I wouldn't only spin.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good tip.
Pro tip. Don't just spin.
Don't just spin.
Yeah.
But we're due for a spin class, Leah. We keep saying that.
You
need
it
to go.
I've been telling
there's
you
no
guys for
excuse.
years.
I can throw a pebble from work.
It's so, if you don't like it, first of all, class is on me. Session is on me.
Oh my God.
And if you don't like it, I will do something to make up for your time.
Ooh, this is spicy.
All right, this is getting real juicy here.
And you can be honest.
Okay.
But so now that like Mike teaches, you teach, do you guys work out together at all?
We probably will once he's done with school. I do enjoy working out with him. He is probably my number one motivator because he's very self-motivated and he pushes himself very hard. And not that I don't, but
it's always better working out with someone
more disciplined than I am.
Do you feel like you guys, since you guys do the same thing as a career, are like competitive?
He would say yes. I will say no, because I'm not competitive with anyone. Like I don't see the success of anyone at Revved and beyond is the success of me. Like I'm not a competitive person because I just really want to be the best version of myself. That sounds like the stupidest, most cliche thing.
I love that.
But it's true because like you know, especially in this, everyone is like, well, how many followers do you have? What are you doing? Like, are you invited to this workout on this day? Like, why are they there and I'm not there? It's like, actually, who cares?
Yeah.
And I think that's just come with my age, because there was a time when I was like, I need to be like at all of the stuff. I need to be the best. And like, it's part of the team mentality, I think, too, is like, if Mike does well, like, actually someone said to me a couple of months ago, and I will not forget this comment. He was like, you don't want Mike to start a TikTok because you don't want him to have more followers than you. And I was like, that's actually probably the worst thing that you can say to me, because one, he's my husband. Like, our success is joint. Like, why would I ever not want him to succeed?
Right. Like, and you've seen how much success it brings to you. So
right.
like,
Exactly.
oh my God, like, talk about a power couple. And
every day I'm like, yo, bro, come on. Like,
you start to see that more and more now, all the like couples on TikTok, and you're like, wow.
At first the guys are like, they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you start to see the like collaborations come through. And you're like,
yeah, it's fun. So no, he's the most competitive human in the entire world. So it's like healthy competition, I would say, with him and me, but he knows who's winning. So.
He's seen my arm challenge, and he knows to stay in his lane.
I mean, he makes fun of me every day.
Is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he's like,
but he must kind of appreciate, because I'm guessing, like, obviously with being an influencer, like, it has its like it's a job for sure, but it definitely has like its perks as far as like products and stuff like that. So what are some of your favorite products?
Like, tell us about the
Great
perks.
question.
Yeah.
The perks.
So I will say, for me now, there's a difference between influencer and creator.
Yes.
And I am both. Well,
okay.
In my
you
mind,
influenced me before this. Can we?
That's
let's
right.
just
Wait, what
tell
was that for?
people.
I
She
forget.
walked in the room. We like made eye contact,
you're
and
right.
like there was a twinkle, and I was like, "What's happening?" What mascara did you say you used?
Mac Stack.
This is her influence.
I
right
was
now.
influenced.
We should get an affiliate code, Max Stack.
Like,
yeah,
actually,
you
it's
influenced me so
really,
hard. Yeah,
I'm not like a beauty like I could not care less about my appearance, but I do really like this mascara.
I'm getting it.
You need to.
Yeah.
So, in my mind, this is what I've defined for myself. So, like, my creating career is like brand deals. So, a brand will pay me to post for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My influencer deals are more like, here's a discount code. You get a kickback of if people buy it or not. And that's how I got my start in this world, which like sounds a certain way, but I'm bigger than that now, that I don't need that. So if a company reaches out, I'm like, do you have any paid opportunities? If not, if I love the product, then I'll still work with them. But if I don't, then I just say never mind. So to answer your question, Bulletproof is probably my favorite right now, just because they have greens. So I swear by their greens. And let me also say, I would never work with someone that I didn't love.
Right.
So any brand that you ever see me talk about is actually genuinely authentic, and
Something
I love
you
it
use.
because I have tried before you can't talk about things if you don't actually like them.
Yeah.
And you guys are working with Bulletproof too.
Yeah.
I saw that.
We just posted today.
You, David.
I saw that. I saw
Yeah.
that. They're just so pleasant to work with. And I was telling
really
the story
great.
earlier that there's another greens company that reached out to me and said, hey, we're really excited to work with you. Send over some of your latest posts and your insights. And they were like, nope, you're not big enough for us. And not only a month later, Bulletproof reached out, and it's like an ongoing awesome contract with them. So it was like, just made me realize that everything happens for a reason. Also motivated me for the day that they're like dying to work with me and I'm too big for them.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Sorry.
oh, wow.
Love Bulletproof. I just started working with this. Have you heard of our exercise band?
No.
So it's sweatproof jewelry.
Oh, sorry.
Are you wearing
Yeah, I'm
that?
wearing- that's why I'm grabbing my.
Wait, that's
Does it
say your name on it?
This one says Parker. They say so it keeps close to your chest.
Oh my God. Wait, I always wear jewelry when I work out, and I want that.
They're worth it. I believe it's two owners that started in Denver, and they're very into the fitness world out there. So I literally just started working with them this week, and I really like them. Who else? I love Super Coffee. I love everyone I work with. I just like, it sounds so silly, but I like when people believe in me and want to work with me, I still am so like, why? But it just makes me want to work harder for them. And the more they want to pay me, the more I'm like, oh my God, you like really love
Value
me. Like,
me.
yeah, value. That's the word. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. important.
And lovey, of course. I mean, but no, it's just like nice when they're like, they recognize like that it does take work going, like making this stuff and
exactly.
you don't snap at the fingers. And
and you know, there's so many brands out there that don't understand this world yet. And it is a whole new world that not many people do understand at all. So to when there are like their brands are going to miss out if they don't hop on this new creator trend.
Right.
Like the risk is using your face for their marketing.
No, true that. But it's definitely all about building a community. But what can people expect next from you?
Oh goodness. A lot. And
yes, queen.
We'll just leave it there.
Okay.
All right. Stay tuned.
There's a lot of things brewing in the works. So
that's exciting.
Hashtag stay tuned.
Hashtag
we
stay
will.
tuned. All right. Well, let's wrap this up. We have a game for you.
Of course. I love games. Yes.
It does have to do with spin, obviously, because it has
that.
to be like on brand. Rev, live, love, revved is what we've learned.
Live, love, love.
So kind of, I guess they're kind of rapid fire questions, but just all spin themed. Controversial questions.
Say that word again.
Controversial question.
Controversial.
Yeah. Okay. Is Soul Cycle worth the hype?
You'll never hear me talk about another studio.
Love that for you.
All right.
Hate that for our podcast. Love that for you. We need the tea, but fine.
Must have artist on every spin playlist.
On every single one.
Or like for the most part, like you'll see them like
sure
sprinkled in mostly.
Rick Ross,
love that.
Okay.
Any remix to Purple Lamborghini, done.
Just
what's the best like spin theme you've ever had? I'm just throwing that one in there.
So this is only because I'm doing it tomorrow, but EDM versus rap. Because that's just what all my playlists are anyway.
I feel like I'd go EDM. That's like all my stuff now.
When I listen like to your playlist, when I'm like,
oh, but
is it
driving to work, I'm like,
yes.
It's all like remixes and like
then
when
you
you're
would
teaching
love
Tabata.
spin. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so all right.
Yes.
Okay. Souls.
Next.
all right. Now we did kind of already answer this, but can you get in good shape by just doing spin? You said
you can, yes, get in good shape. I highly recommend doing something else as well. Spin will get you in great shape.
And I feel like this is also something that comes up a lot. Is spin only for women?
No.
Do you see a lot of men?
No. Yes.
Okay.
So many. And that's like Mike's biggest thing is one of his biggest things is he's trying to say like, hello, look at me. I'm a very athletic, even like very strong man.
And I
spin
spin.
is for everybody.
Yeah.
Lots of men in my classes.
Oh, let's go.
I love that.
Yes.
Okay. Is the Peloton trend a fad?
Ooh, that I will answer. Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Why do you think so?
I think because the pandemic, it was so wonderful to have that option of working out at home. But I say that because we have so many, and I mean so many people right now that have Pelotons at home and are coming to our sessions because they crave the group fitness.
Yeah.
And
Can't
there's
beat it.
nothing like having people in a room.
No, I think so. Like as much as you can try to replicate it on virtual, definitely something to be said for meeting people. And people are dying now after being like just like dying to meet people, dying to like, I don't know, feel that sense of community, sweat together. Like there's nothing like it.
After the last years, yes. I don't think it'll die out. I think they're a strong brand, but I do think that if there are,
It'll be that plus something else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mix and match life for me.
Mix and match. I like it. All right. So where can people find you? Plug yourself.
Sure. So you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at The Real APBP. Please come check me out at Revved Indoor Cycling.
Hey. She's like at Shay, at Leah.
Both of you. We have locations. There's 6 locations, but I am primarily in Copley and then Dedham and Burlington as well.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being on here.
So
we're going to get you into the tone zone too. We're going to do workouts.
Yes.
Please. I would love that.
Done and done. All right, people. You can tone from home.
You can tone from your phone.
But all we ask is that you don't tone alone. Bye, guys.